Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today is going to be a match between YSC and Beast. Here are Neo Sylphid. This is a bit of a rematch. I cast a game between these two players that lasted 35 minutes a couple of months ago. It was a great match featuring lots of spell usage, and I hope to replicate that game to an extent. Top side, we have the green Zerg player. It is Beast, who is one of the top 5 Zerg players right now in Brood War. And on the bottom leftish side, in the spawn location, we have YSC, the yellow Protoss player. Alright, so correctly Overlord scouting is Beast. Basically, there are 3 spawn positions, so he just guessed correctly. It was a 50-50 chance. Yep, this is a spawn position, this is the natural, this is a third base you want if you want gas, but it's kind of hard to defend, especially if you are Zerg or Protoss. And, yeah. You guys know Neo Sylphid, right? I've cast enough games on this one to know, or that you know how this works. I think so. Anyway, oh, we have a gateway opening here. It's not a gateway, it's a gateway expand opening based on the placement of this gateway, but no gas, gateway. This is going to be some zealot pressure. And this could be a little bit difficult to handle if it is a hatch first, and it is out of Beast. So he's 12 hatching it, which the probe comes in and says, yes, yes, that's what I want you to do. I'm going to send zealots to murder you because your pool's going to be late, sucker. But the Overlord sees it. The Overlord sees it. The lucky scout, man. Again, 50-50 chance here. It's not like it was a 1 in 10 chance and he nailed it. But he knows. He knows zealot pressure is on its way, so he definitely tosses down the pool. He could have gone for an extractor first, but more commonly, you get the pool before the extractor. Regardless, pool's on the way as fast as Zergly possible, because he will need, you know, either Sunkens or Zerglings to handle this pressure, or some combination of both, depending on how much the zealot pressure is going to be, how big it's going to be, right? Still no gas here, man. I mean, what are we going to do? We're going to second... It's got to be expand, right? At this point, it's either second gate for more pressure or you go for the expansion. These are the options today. So, drone actually coming down. Interesting to see if there's a zealot on the way, and there is, so we need to react to that. Look at him blocking. Oh, Beast. Absolute monster. Oh, man. I'm not saying that Beast is Jaedong or anything, but he's a very, very good Zerg player, and I love this slowdown play out of him. That's so good. All right, so now we've got 4 lings on the way. Actually, is that 1, 2, 3, and 4? Geez, 8 lings on the way. Maybe is an overcommittal a little bit, but I guess there's another zealot on the way, and the expansion is coming up back home for YSC. So the lings popping out. There are additional lings. Oh, 3 more sets. Is this overreacting to it? I don't know. Basically, you need 4 lings per zealot if the zealot is micro properly. There's a probe here too, so maybe that's another pair. And okay, so this one's dead. He, got himself total... Ooh, 4 zealots at a time hitting him. That's bad. And then this zealot is like, well, I guess if I hide behind these minerals, they can't kill me. Is that another... Yeah, it's another zealot coming in. Are we done with that? Yeah, this Bob the Zealot's going to sit behind and defend. This zealot is just getting run by? I don't know. This zealot goes down, gets a couple kills. This zealot goes down, gets, again, a couple kills. Maybe gets 3. Man, I wish I had that leg upgrade. It'd be a little bit faster. Not that you cannot run lings, but still. See, 3 kills and 3 kills. All right, so 3 kills on that guy. I don't think that really paid for itself, YSC. I think that was a bit of an investment. Zerg player maybe overdid lings. Look at this. Look at how many lings are left over here, but at the same time, maybe lost 1 drone in there. Ooh, Hydralisk Den. Okay, man, this is just okay. You're pressured me. I'm gonna pressure you. I'm gonna get a million hydras out before you are anywhere near storm. Cybercore is just now starting, so yeah, man, this is gonna be a follow-up of hydras and maybe lurkers. We have seen this is a 2020 replay. Forgot to mention early on. I don't know. Do you guys care? Like, if I make it really obvious on the thumbnail, it's a 2020 replay versus a 2009 replay. Do you care? Or is it just the players involved, or is it the matchups? Like, what's the #1 factor you have in clicking on a Falcon Paladin cast? Because, look, here's the deal. I've got 50,000 subs, and about 7,000 to 8,000 of you will click on any given Brood War cast, which is great. I'm happy with that. But I'm wondering what makes you guys interested in clicking on one but not another one, and whether when the game was played matters at all to you. I mean, part of that is Entangled, right? Certain players didn't exist until recently. We don't have any Beast replays from 2009 because he wasn't really around as far as I know. And some of the older players don't exist in the newer replays. So, like, for example, you're not going to get an intro replay from 2020. So let me know. We'll talk about it in the comments here. We'll discuss it. So yeah, I mean, we're pumping Hydras. We're getting speed first, which, yes, if you're being aggressive, you want the speed upgrade. If you're being defensive, you want the range upgrade. But you're going to want both here because you need the range upgrade to outrange these cannons that are sitting behind these buildings. If you don't have the range upgrade, you're going to sit just close enough the cannons are smashing you in the face. If you have the range upgrade, you can pick these buildings off. And then the Protoss really hopes that they have Storm. So Corsair production has begun. Citadel of a Dune on the way from the Protoss. And oh my god. Okay, yeah. Found there's actually a bit of an angle here. Even without the range upgrade. Alright. That's good. That is actually pretty good stuff. Now the Zealots are going to chomp those Hydras into little tiny pieces. It's exactly their role here, is to make sure the Hydras don't kill the Forge and the Gateway before Storm finishes. And so far, they're doing okay with it. See, look. To get any closer here is problematic, but these two, I could probably stick a third one up here, I believe, and hit that Gateway, but the Gateway is going to go down regardless. This Corsair here, oh, these guys are stacked up. If you're firing into a stacked up group of Overlords, that is like jackpot, baby. An absolute jackpotarino. Dude, 4th base timing is actually kind of nuts from Beast, though. I'm sort of in love with what Beast is doing here, you guys. Wow. Okay, range upgrade is done. Why isn't this one attacking? I feel like this one's as close to the Forge as these two are. What the heck? Range calculations are off, I feel like. Wait. Okay, yeah, he did get the range upgrade. Because it looks fairly similar to the +1 missile attack upgrade. I thought, this is like this one, right? I thought he got that one before he got range, but no, he definitely has range. Why? Why can this one not hit? It doesn't matter, I guess. So Forge down, Storm on the way. Zerg player so happy to get 4 bases up. So happy to be on 36 workers. You know, didn't make all the Hydras in the known universe, but a bunch. Maybe overmade Lings. Doesn't quite have the economy he wants to, but having 4 hatcheries here, and actually, is that a macro hatch? Yeah. Having 5 hatcheries here, pretty much constantly pumping out drones. Gonna be alright. I guess you have to make Overlords too. But nevertheless, Overlord coming in for the Scout. I mean, are you surprised by anything you see in here? Well, I mean, what possibly could be happening? I guess Reavers. I guess you could be checking for Reavers, but... yeah, you see the Templar Archives and say, yeah, that's likely Storm is on the way, friends. Okay, so what are we going to do here, YSC? We need to switch this up. Can't... okay, here's the trick. You can go Mass Hydra Lurker against Protoss. We have seen some really elite Zerg players do this in ASLs very recently, like last fall. And it really makes it seem like Storm isn't as good, which is nuts to me. I still can't believe some of those games that I saw featuring players like Soma. But I don't know if it's super viable all the time to just try to win with Hydra Lurker against Protoss, even if they have Reavers, even if they have Storm. I don't know. Lurker's on the way, Aspire coming in here too, and just, again, having 4 bases, which the Corsair scouts here forlornly. Like, oh, what? How do you have 4 bases? I only have 2. These numbers do not favor me at all. You're not wrong about that. But yeah, make macro hatches, Zerg players. You're going to want them. Just having additional larvae is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's very rare that you're playing a game of StarCraft and you're like, I have too much larva. Why do I have so much available larva? Nah, but it hurts when you don't have enough. And you're like, it's hard for me to spend my money. I wish I had more larva available so I could pump out more units. Right? This is a lot of DTs. Are we making DTs for DTs, or is that going to be Dark Archon, which used to be something crazy rare on the channel. And then for some reason, all of the recent replays, every Protoss makes one, which is like, I love it. Again, the more units that have viability in every matchup in StarCraft, I am on board with it. I wish every unit was super viable in every matchup on some level. I think that would be fun. That's probably too much to ask, but for every unit to be viable at some point would be nice. I mean, obviously Scouts, not really viable under any circumstances at the professional level. It is a Dark Archon. Told ya. Here's our guy. Ooh, with the yellow spinny things. I like it. I like that aesthetic. It's very nice. Speed lots there. We just made a bunch of mutas, which is why Maelstrom's coming in. All right. So, der Mutalisks are here. What's your anti? How many Corsairs do we have? Did we just make that one? This may very well be keeping, or be catching YSC off guard here as these Mutalisks jumping in. Like, hold on a second. You weren't supposed to do that. It's way too late for a Mutalisk timing. Well, that's what Zerg can do. They can tech switch on a dime. And they're cool with it. Going for a Queen's Nest somewhere here is Beast. Zealots up into this 4th, and you didn't make any Sunkens at all over here? Wow. Okay. I mean, you got a good drone evacuation going, and all the Zealots are going to die, and there's some lurkers here too, which is great. Just kidding. The drones... Wow. Why did you bring the drones back in so soon? The Zealots don't have anything to kill but those. I think you brought them back in too early. You should have more workers than this. Dude, YSC is on 62 probes on 2 bases. This is oversaturation city right here. 3rd base, though. You got to do it, man. Expand here. Expanding here is a little bit safer, but there's no 3rd gas, which, I mean, you're going for a lot of Dragoons, High Templar, and there's the Dark Archon, which you're not making more Dark Archon, so it's not like it's a future gas requirement, but still. Okay, man. So it's going to be Hydra Lurker, like I said. There is a Hive coming in at this 3rd base location. There is your Maelstrom. Ah, the Maelstrom Storm combo! This is why you don't make Mutalisks versus Protoss. They die so easy. They're much better against Terran, y'all. Terran splashes for ground units. I guess Irradiate counts, but it's not. Irradiate is not nearly as bad as Storm. Or especially the Maelstrom Storm, which is just brutal. All right, so 3rd base coming in here from YSC. Very casually, very carefully, you know. Taking a 3rd base at 12 minutes. It's cool. It's defending with a bunch of 1-1 Dragoons here. Working on that 2-2. +2 attack is almost done. Overlords with speed are fast, but not that fast. Yep, there it goes. Toaster-Rooney. Toaster-Rooney, the San Francisco treat. Ding, ding. Defile around on the way from the Zerg. Are we surprised by this at all? No. So this is composition you're going to want Plague against. Dark Swarm's going to be super nice against these Dragoons, but Plague also incredibly good. Defile around not done. So this is the really awkward position where the Zerg player, his Lurkers are not going to be as good because there's a billion Dragoons out and there's no Swarm to protect them. Protect the Lurkers. See, this is where, yeah. Not the Storm so much that's the problem, because the Storm's always a problem, even with the Dark Swarm. But the Dragoons just get locked out of killing Lurkers entirely once Dark Swarm is up. Ooh, he almost stormed his own Observer to death there. That would have sucked. See, the Lurkers are just... Dragoons are... They're Spider Mine and Lurker Destroyers is what they are. Whoa! Here comes... Bit of a flank attack here from the top side. What is the Dark Archon trying to do other than die? Nice Maelstrom toss. Catching, ooh, good Storm. Trying to keep this dude alive. He's surprisingly alive, considering how surrounded he was there. But still, even with the Maelstrom, even with the Storm, that's too many Hydralisks. Again, Hydra is the answer to Dragoon. Hydra Ling will massacre Dragoon. Ha! Dark Templar gets wiped out. Boo. Don't kill Dark Templars, they're fun. 4th base on the way from the Protoss. This is good stuff, man. I love ZVP so much. But the important thing here is that we shoved the Protoss away from the sources of income while Dark Swarm was not available. Consume is coming in, and once that finishes, that really changes the game. That is a huge demarcation point in ZVP especially, and ZVT if we're not lying to ourselves. I mean, this is a lot. This is a lot of Zerg, though. I mean, the storms are whittling us down. Yeah, but look at this chase. Look at it. Look at the chase. And once again, Defender's Advantage kicks in here for YSC. He's got units reinforcing very quickly from this position. You see the Zealots come in. Once again, just trying to shove the Protoss out while an expansion is attempted again on this right side. I'm not sure where that drone... Oh... There's a Zealot here. 155 to 144 supply. The Zealot is dead. I mean, he's just kind of running for his life, I guess. Why are there overlords scouting? Scouting overlords. Is there a base here? There certainly is. Is there a base here? There certainly is, based on that probe transfer we just got. Excellent. 174 to 160 supply. YSC is up. But the number of bases we're rolling with here for the Zerg, you really can't feel too bad about this. Got a link counterattack coming across the north side of the map. Go and try to see what he can do with them Zerglings. And the answer is, ooh, pick off some High Templar. Picking off some High Templar. No, the High Templar can defend themselves. Cannons down. Do we have Adrenal? We must have Adrenal. I think the first up... Yeah, we have Adrenal. The first upgrade every Zerg player ever is going to make once their Hive is done is Adrenal. In most situations, anyway. These Lings are hiding. They're like, oh, just go, leave. You can leave now. This High Templar knows. Oh, he's dead, though. Maybe he gets a storm off, but he dead. Ooh, doesn't even get a storm off. That sucks. Meanwhile, Protossville, YSC, coming up to this newly created 5th base. There are some Hydras and Lurkers here, but where are the Defilers? Where is the Dark Swarm? Where is the Plague? Plague is being researched. It's not done yet. This is looking extremely dicey for the Zerg. Great micro on display with the storms just on everything. Somebody in the Discord asked recently, is Storm the difference maker for PvZ? It certainly is. There you go. Hatch down. If you don't have Storm during that engagement, it goes extremely poorly for you, Protoss. Pretty much every time. And this is the flank attack. Okay, so I think this army is dead. I really don't see them getting out of this. This is a pretty big surround flank. There's no kiting away from this. You just got to try to win one of the directions, and it looks like he's trying to win the northern direction, but there's more. Yeah, this is just sacrificing yourself. Woo! Coming to terms with your own death there is what that was. All right, so Plague is done, and again, it's largely Gateway, largely Zealots and Dragoons and High Templar, man. Dark Templar here, too. It's when the Protoss starts making a ton of Archons that Plague is just really not a priority at all, but we are not anywhere near that point. I'm not sure we're going to get there necessarily either. So we're going to replant this base. I don't know. Planted base in the bottom right. Sure, why not? That's what I always say. Got that Zerg atmospheric music in the background. I know it's somebody's favorite music, but most people in the comments talk about how the Terra music is their favorite. There's a Plague, ooh, and a great storm on top of it. Good storm. Gee willikers, Batman. The storm. Okay, all right. All right. The storms are having a wonderful time down here to the south. I kind of feel like maybe this is Beast just sort of larvaing it, just going, right? It's like, you know what Micro does? It takes away from my ability to macro and build a billion things at the same time back home. So I'm just going to keep sending wave after wave after wave of stuff. And yeah, a lot of them will die to Storm, but guess what? I'm spending my money, sort of. He's got a bit of a bank here. Dark Storm on top of the Archons. I mean, they still don't like it, but it doesn't bother them all that much, I don't think. Get the High Templar. Get the High... There you go. High Templar sniped. Hydras trade so well versus Archons, assuming they can stay a good safe distance away from them, which they're doing a pretty good job of. Until... Wait, did a consume just happen? I think a consume just happened, but then the Defiler died. One Lurker. This is a scrap fest. This is Scrap Fest 2021, guys. Holy smokes. Nobody's close to a 200 supply at the moment. They've both taken serious hits to their economies and to their armies. Okay, not that many hits to the economy of the Protoss. That was probably overstated, but Defiler down. What's this Defiler doing? Just getting chased around? He doesn't have energy for anything. See, but again, the Swarm, the Horde is oncoming. He tried to get a surround on these Dragoons so they couldn't run. It's kind of working, but not really. Okay, there we go. A bunch of them do go down, pulling back. YSC. That's a lot of High Templar, which means they can cover their escape pretty nicely. But yeah, the cannons here, dude, this is a Dark Swarm and Lingfest away from going down. That's all you need in this situation. No Lurkers required, no Hydras required. Just like 10 Zerglings and a Dark Swarm here. And everything dies. Beast up 148 to 129 supply. 64 to 61 workers, too. He's been macroing really well. He's been in beast mode, dare I say. Plague-oo on a few of these zealots, but I mean, it was okay plague. Not a life-changing plague at all. Not that it matters to the Korean casters. Who, again, like, really good at their jobs. I don't understand Korean, but I assume they're very good at it because I can't imagine you suck at casting Brood War in Korean. I imagine the standards are extremely high for you, yeah? Like, maybe crushingly high. Anyway. There's not a base here. No, I'm not kidding. This little group can kill this. I don't think he's really just worried about the army, which I can totally understand. Man, these storms. Really, really good storms today. Absolutely brutal happening. This group of Hydras, they're not getting home. I don't think. Although, yeah, there's the storm. They got great upgrades. 3-2 there. 3-2 here as well. Nice plague, but the zealot count is just too high. See, but the Zerg player has enough of an economy and enough of a base count. They can just kind of replant it. 19 Hydralisks at a time in production. Seriously, though, this base is so poorly defended. There's not one High Templar or one Reaver here at all. This one, too, is really poorly defended. YSC is being lazy with base defense, and he is not being forced to pay for it here. As a Zerg player, this offends me immensely. Like, come on, Protoss. You're capable of better than this. Nice plague, nice Dark Swarm. The Dragoons are like, I hate Dark Swarm. Makes us feel useless. Well, the Defiler's sniped a little to the edge, like close to the edge of the Dark Swarm, but not quite there. All right, 153 to 148 supply. This is feeling, again, Beast. We're going to look at his units created, and it's going to be like 4 times as many as the Protoss today, it feels like. He's just lost so much stuff, but he keeps coming back. He keeps making stuff, man. I mean, so does YSC, in all fairness. These two are just such a great match. I don't know what it is, but whenever they're together, it feels like the games are incredible. Got to get more of these two. They know what's up. These guys need to attack this base and kill it. I don't know why they're sitting here. I don't know if there's... oh my gosh. Is there enough Zerg to hold here? Because again, the goal is to... oh yeah, so those Archons are both dead, which really makes it hard. For the remaining Protoss units, they kind of want the Archons as buffer. And as tanking stuff, and this base... oh, we could let that finish and killed it, I think. But the safer move was just canceling it, so that's cool. Not going to complain about that one. Yeah, I think this is Beast games to lose. He's up 148 to 114 supply. He is supply blocked, which sucks. But, man, this is just... it's sloppy Zerg play is what it is. He's not really storm dodging. It's not been a ton of amazing plagues or great Dark Swarm placement. He's just eating storms and just powering through. He's just like, yes, did that storm kill 7 of my Hydras? Cool. See, that plague caught 4 units. It's fine. It's great. I still can't believe this base has been left alone. Yeah, both players have been really more interested in just keeping most of their armies out here in the middle of the map and just bashing heads rather than sending strike forces to expansions or defending expansions particularly. Kind of like it. It's like they both have a gentleman's agreement not to worry about static defense, although there are 2 Sunkens there, and obviously the cannons here too, but no units. I guess that's just the nature of Neo Sylphid, is that everything has to come through here anyway, right? There aren't really multiple attack paths you can take. I guess this is one, sort of. But then you're kind of filing your stuff up ramps and down ramps, and it's not great. I mean, YSC is... I might have overextended here, boys. And girls. Like 2% of my viewership says they're women on YouTube, which seems high, but hey, it's cool. Everyone is welcome here, no matter what they happen to identify as. Yeah, okay. He didn't overextend. Like, sending your army in here would have, just everybody would have died, I think. But as it stands, we're sort of on no man's island here. 3-3 versus 3-2. Still no 3 armor upgrade from the Protoss, which I think is okay. The units are generally tanky enough that it doesn't really matter. The storms have just been... Ow! Dude, he could... Okay. He killed his own Zealot! The Zealot was trying to kill the Lurker. What the heck? Pow, 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 pow. Ling's finding... Ooh, a couple free High Templar there is a big deal. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this group. And that's it. YSC taps out. He doesn't even lose his main army. He's just like, I'm done. That's it. He was down about, my goodness, probably close to like 70 or 80 supply. Yeah, I mean, that was just... That was Beast going, I might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 total bases, getting a 7th base. And I'm just going to macro my face off in this game. I like to call it larva style. I'm not sure that he came up with it in particular, and I'm sure somebody with a better sense of the history of the strategy will tell me it was somebody else. But I'm for reals, though. That was just... I'm not going to storm dodge all that much. I'm not going to really worry about doing anything but sending wave after wave at you. Flanking, yes. Forcing a cancel on this base, yes. That was great. But there were really no other assaults on this. A bunch of Lings came in here, didn't do anything once. And this base never got touched at all by anything Zerg, which I feel like a player like Jaedong would have definitely snuck over here with 10 Lings and a Dark Swarm and killed it. But then maybe those 10 Lings and that Defiler would have been better used in the middle of the map, like how Beast did it today. I don't know. I don't know what we're looking at, but both players over 300 APM for 25 minutes, which is just... It's banana pants. That is so hard to do. I mean, I can spam, 500 APM, but consistently holding it through an entire game? Nah, it's not going to happen. Nah, fam. So, I mean, that was... Honestly, YSC played a good game. The Storms were godlike. Maybe more Reavers, but Beast did such a good job swapping between a lot of Hydras, if there were Archons, and Dragoons, to not as many Hydras, if it was Zealots, right? And Storm. Regardless, 225,000 points here for Beast, 232,000 for YSC, and this is our units tab. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 889 to 291. That is basically a 3-to-1 ratio. It's not the 4-to-1 that I promised, but 3-to-1's a lot. And the killed ratio was about 3-to-1 as well. But at the end of the day, there's just too much available and not enough for YSC. Woo! That was definitely something. That out-minerals mined and outspent is a huge deal here, too. If you outspend your Protoss opponent by a full 13,000, is that 13 or 15? 15,000 resources, you're going to have a good time. It's the Falcon Paladin guarantee. If you outspend your Protoss opponent by 15,000 resources, you're probably going to do all right. Although maybe all your stuff died to storms, and my guarantee is not actually valid. Who knows? I certainly don't. All right. All right. Well, that right there is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.